Welcome back, guys, to another edition of 3 Stars of the Week. This is League Play Week number 1, and this is the European region. Let's get right into it in the 3rd star. 3rd star coming in, Violent Panda.
Of a pocket offense coming through, but every single time we see it yet again. Mocket Esports just getting there in time, but here's Violent Panda. He's got 1 touch, he's going to go for 2. Can he get that one down? No, leaves it for Pashi. He's drawn out K-Dop, and that's going to put them into this game.
Pashi's very slow and calculated shot. Violent Panda faking K-Dop out with that 2nd touch. K-Dop wanted to try and read it, and take a look at that. He came out for a save on a shot that never happened. A missed shot, sometimes the best fake you can do.
Try and look for Pashi, just keeping it in the corner. That poor corner is just getting constantly abused, and trying to find that crossbar yet again. Here it comes, hits the side of the post and into the back of the net.
Some of the best energy you can give yourself right up into the corner. You see Fairy Peak make a valiant effort, but it came off that death corner. It is so hard to read. It's one of the few spots on a map that a pro has a decent chance of mispredicting.
And there you have it, guys. Violent Panda coming in at number 3. I had a hard time choosing a 3rd star here because Europe was a lot of teams getting 1 win, 1 loss. No one really showing up pretty big, but Violent Panda actually, he started the game 1 comeback versus Mocket Esports. It was an extremely close game. They were down 2-0, and Violent Panda, like, this first play maybe doesn't look amazing. It is partially Mocket's defense's fault, but he does make all 3 players go up for the same ball and beat all 3 to give Pashi the wide open net. And then it goes to overtime, and Violent Panda secures the win, a big game 1 victory for Pocket versus Mocket. And then they went on to beat Mocket pretty handily after this. I believe it was in 4 games. Huge win for Pocket, and Violent Panda was playing extremely well throughout the entire series. He was definitely my MVP for Pocket during the series, and I put him as the 3rd star, not really because of like everyone else had a loss. Like, I could still put some guys up here, like if they do have losses. Just no one really showed up consistently throughout their games throughout the day. Like, flip side, they tied a series basically and lost 1 series. No one really stood out too incredibly. Northern Game, and I thought they were pretty quiet as well at times. All 3 of their players at different times. The other guy that I was thinking about putting here was probably Devo, probably the best Northern Gaming player, but I thought Violent Panda just squeaked him out and gets the 3rd star. Let's move on to the 2nd star, Sikii.
Honestly, you've kind of taken me by surprise on that one. No, I have never noticed that before at all. It might be circumstantial. I might have to speak to some of these players. Oh my goodness, Sikii, what was that?
The angle from Sikii, the 0-degree shot here, just right in front of the goal, and that's leftovers on the board.
Sikii coming in, the Fenris special from him. Something we used to see a lot during the Battlecast days, but Sikii pulling it out right there. Ridiculously difficult to pull off because you've got to rotate your car midair and you've got to hit it exactly perfect.
For the leftovers, they hold on, they keep it away, and now they've got the ball down in Flipside's half.
Yeah, but they can definitely try and make something out of this. Flipside, just very good in that defense, though, taking their time, assessing the situation, and realizing how much time they've got available to them. And this starts becoming a game of ping pong, like it's looking like it's going to be.
Oh
wow, what a great play.
Goodness. Okay. Nasky, okay, you go for it, go for it.
Ping pong does not work like that. You're not allowed to go to the other side of the field and smack it past your opponent. Great play from the leftovers.
That was more beautiful than like if Sikii had tried to cherry pick it. He passes it to the side. Snasky in the air, gets there first, wins that 50-50, just beats him to the ball.
Yeah, you're seeing right now leftovers, they have moved their pressure up so much. It's pretty much on the halfway line, and there's going to be a great pass there. Oh! It's going to be 2-0.
They goes in 123's all they've got to hold on to beat Flipside.
Unbelievable, and this is coming entirely from how confident leftovers have suddenly become. Every time they're challenging, they're not waiting for the ball to come into their own half. They're challenging on the halfway line.
There we have it, guys. Sikii coming in as my 2nd star of the week. Leftovers had a big day, and I feel like Sikii's just one of those quiet guys that doesn't get a lot of recognition. Right here, this goal was absolutely insane. Jumping off the back wall to come back and get the angle on this shot. Incredible shot there by Sikii. Not many players can do that consistently, and there's a beautiful shot at a perfect time against Flipside Tactics when they were down 2-1. Like, he's just so calm and collected on that back line. He basically gets a lot of saves. He also gets a ton of goals. On this team, at least. Not normally, I feel like, in most of his teammates, but he's doing it here. Right here, he also has incredible passing plays as well, as you can see here. The drop down again in Game 4. Another big goal in Game 4 versus Flipside Tactics, where they got the reverse sweep heard around the world. He's got 0.7 assists right now. I believe that's enough for a top 5 finish. Oh, he's finishing just at 6th, just outside the top 5 of all of Europe. And then his goals per game aren't bad either, sitting at 0.8. Again, just outside top 5. I believe that's 7th. Yeah, 7th on the list. And then, of course, saves are up there too. He's in 3rd in saves. He's basically flirting with all these categories. And another big goal here against Flipside Tactics in Game 5 this time. Beautiful pass from Ferra. Right into the perfect spot that he had to shoot that in. Sikii, he could have hit it maybe a little bit harder in the top corner, but still, very nicely played shot. And there you have it, guys. That is our second star. I forgot to put the second star name up. There we go. The quiet winner, the guy that no one expects. I am really happy right now because I did say before even qualifiers, back in my qualifying prediction videos, that the leftovers are my sleeper pick to make LAN. They're starting off good 2-0. Who knows how good they will do throughout the season, but it is a very good start from them. And that brings me to my number 1 star. I already broke my rule of not having 2 players on the same team, but when they deserve it, they deserve it. Ferra coming in at number 1.
Against Northern Gaming, that just, again, came off a win, but they're looking to make a statement right now. Leftovers on offense quite often here. Ferra with the solo play as Sikii makes his way out. Gets a second goal now for Leftovers.
Starting to dismantle the Northern Gaming defense a bit. We see Devo and Remco go for that. Devo got a little impatient, but it was a mixture of the ball was going to the corner. Devo thought, I've got a hard clear. I know Remco's stuck with no momentum, but then all of a sudden it got bounced around him and he realized no one was there to fill his spot. And Ferra with a nice solo
Remco
play.
with a double touch off that defender. Devo just trying to stuff that one through with the Octane hitbox. Can't do it. Takes one of the players out of the attack. Only 2 on, but that's all that's needed. A second one now for Leftovers as they put one in.
This double fake, Snasky fakes going in. The Maestro tries to go in. Instead, Ferra fakes that one too and puts it right out to Snasky. Just pinning that defender, making sure all the options are available and making the defender have to just make a wild 50-50 prediction.
It's so tough
All
because
they've got on the offense right now, defense will not win them this game anymore. And Cooks are trying just to keep this pressure going. It'll be Greasy trying to pass it out. 40 seconds left on the clock as Greasy keeps it in the box. And Sikii will fake out. Cookser, great play by Sikii. Ferra mind games Marky.
Come on, Ferra,
Can he get it? He puts it to the side. What a play by Ferra. Holy cow.
Ferra comes in. He sees one player in his team go for the fake. He gets enough one, and he knows Greasy wants to go look for the fake. Instead, waits a little while, takes it to the right, 3-0. And this is not Season 3's version of Precision Z. This is Season 3's version of The Leftovers.
And there we have it, guys. Ferra coming in at number 1. Getting the job done when it matters the most. Ferra was going ham against both Northern Gaming and Flipside Tactics. Again, the Leftovers 2 5-game series against 2 of the best in Europe. And taking them both down. And right here we see some solo plays from Ferra. We basically saw everything from Ferra. From passes like we just saw in the Sikii highlight. To solo plays, to dribble plays, to fakes. Ferra was doing it all. We actually see 2 different fake plays in these 3 highlights that were shown. This one was phenomenal as well. Maestro is just looking dumb there right after Ferra does that fake to the pass to Snasky. And Ferra was supposed to be competing for that 3rd spot on the Leftovers. Basically, the Leftovers, it was Sikii and Snasky, and they picked up 3 different players because they didn't know who they wanted to team with. Ferra won that battle and is making a name for himself here, even with confusing genders and all, because of me and Cloud. And then we get this play right here. Oh, just phenomenal fakes. Sikii, I don't think Sikii actually meant to do that, but hey, it works out. We get the 1 fake, then we get the fake on Marky, and then Greasy's just kind of screwed at that point. As soon as he turns around, Ferra making the plays when it matters most. He's averaging 1 goal per game. That is tied for 3rd right now in the league. Not getting as many assists, but when he does get assists, they are really pretty. His saves per game also aren't too high right now, 1.3. He kind of lets Sikii and Snasky do that work. He kind of is the cherry picker that kind of stays out front. Even in the game 3 against Flipside, they were down 1-0 with about 12 seconds left. Ferra just got a cherry pick goal just right off the hood. And it's plays like that that also add that dynamic to the leftovers compared to like some teams that keep all three back. Ferra's usually lurking around that midfield, looking for that pass from from his teammates. And phenomenal play by Ferra. You would think these guys would get nervous, or at least Ferra would get nervous, brand new into the RLCS, but no, coming up on the big stage in a big way. Absolutely phenomenal, fantastic, superb performance by Ferra. That's my best Spanish impression, even though that's not the sound they made, but I don't want to get too loud here, so I just went deep instead. Going deep. But there you go, guys. 3 stars of the week for Europe. Ferra number 1, Sikii number 2, Violent Panda number 3. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know who you think the 3 stars of the week were for Europe, and we'll catch you next week. Thanks for watching, guys.